To make the bread, you need yeast, water, sugar, salt, canola oil, and flour. First, we are going to dissolve our package of yeast in a teaspoon of sugar in 2 cups of warm water. While we let that sit, we are going to mix together sugar, salt, and some flour. After about 10 minutes, the yeast should look like this, meaning it is still active. Next, we are going to mix in some oil. And then we're going to pour our yeast mixture into the flour mixture. So, what is happening as we mix these ingredients? Flour contains glutenin and gliadin proteins, which are more commonly known as gluten. When water and flour mix, the proteins in flour form a gluten network connected by hydrogen bonds and disulfide crosslinks. Yeast is a single-celled fungi. When yeast, flour, and water are mixed together, enzymes in the flour and yeast break down starch molecules and simple sugars. Yeast consumes sugar and releases carbon dioxide and alcohol as byproducts, and this process is called fermentation. Next, we are going to place the dough on a floured surface, and we're going to knead the dough for about 5 minutes, which uncoils gluten proteins and makes the dough more elastic. Then we are going to cover the dough and let it sit for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, the dough has doubled in size. The dough has expanded because the carbon dioxide has gone into air bubbles and inflated. Now we are going to knead the dough some more and divide it in half. Now we are going to shape each half into a loaf and place it into a greased pan. Then we're going to cover them and let them sit and preheat the oven in the meantime. After 1 hour, the dough has expanded again because of the CO2 in the air bubbles inflating. Now we are going to put the loaves in the oven and let them bake. While the bread is in the oven, the CO2 in the air bubbles will expand and move, causing the dough to rise. And now you have some bread to enjoy.